Hey YouTube, it's, me, your boy, the man without the plan. It's Inari, that's me. And I have...
Yo, what's up? I'm here too.
I have Arden with me. We are playing something, if you read the title of this video, you know what it is.
I don't know what it is because I haven't read the title of this video.
Arden doesn't know what it is. You can do TV only. You have to point at the screen.
Well, you want me to do it?
Yeah. There you go. So,
Yo, what's that? You see me in the reflection?
oh yeah, there's a reflection. What's up? YouTube? Look at the keyblade on the wall. It just looks like it's kind of floating there.
It's up there. He's a weeb.
I'm a weeb. There's no posters here yet. Then it'll look really crazy when you see the reflection. You can push A. I don't know how loud this is going to be. This might be too loud. Yeah. So, can you take a guess at what we're doing? It's towards the top.
I'm trying to... Okay, there, no. Okay,
yeah,
there we go.
There you go.
That's the one?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Not Mario 64.
No,
Oh god, that's loud.
It's a little loud, gotta say.
I should have, like, tested this before. Whatever. That's probably fine.
Alright, so today we're playing a visual novel called Ace Attorney.
It is. It's a visual novel. Yes, so I thought this would be fun to voice act, since that's basically all you can do with this game is voice act the whole thing. So we're going to try that. We'll see how it goes. Also, why is that specifically making the camera freak out?
You're trying to auto-adjust.
I guess so, and it didn't work. I hope there's no save files on these. You can do 2. You do new game. Heck yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I guess you just push A. Here we go.
Me pushing A a lot, I think.
Oh no. Is that spooky red stuff? Oh, there's gasping. Have you ever played Ace Attorney, Arden?
I have not.
Oh, okay, cool. So, should we be voice acting this part?
I don't know. I was waiting for something.
Ew. Gross looking. So, this is one of my favorite game series. It's really fun. Okay, August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. I think I know who I'll be. Gosh, I could come up with a good voice that I can consistently do and not forget in 5 minutes.
You got this, my dude. This character will be here a lot, so pick a good one.
Pick one that doesn't hurt to do all the time. Boy, am I nervous. Oh.
Right?
Oh, hi, Chief.
Well, I'm glad I made it on time.
Why that voice?
Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well.
Thanks? There was supposed to be a question mark. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
A favor? You mean, you knew the defendant before this case?
Is that legal in America?
Probably.
It's not America. It's actually, yes. I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's news to me.
I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. Oh gosh. Okay, I can do a good voice. It's got to be like sort of like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
What?
That's the voice I'm going to try to do. I mean, not exact, but to that air. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over!
Dot. Isn't that your client screaming over there? She's gradually getting more Valley Girl as I
yeah, that's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die!
It sounds like he wants to die.
Same. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you.
In orange. Getting he's wearing orange in the Texas are okay.
My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault, he just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2.
The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
I thought you'd do a good one.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
That's pretty much the voice everybody does for him. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Dot. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading.
What?
It's spaghetti.
Is that a thing that happens to people?
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
Oh. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. Wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this?
The voice really did change.
You don't even know the victim's name?
Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record.
Wow.
Just press the plus button to check it any time. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember what I did for it anymore.
The heck is a plus button?
Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Mia, what the heck is a plus button?
Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim in this case?
The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was?
She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the court record.
Right. Oh, that's kind of similar to...
It's very similar.
Okay.
I guess if you stick with the Valley Girl one, it's probably...
Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Press the plus button to check the court record, and do it frequently.
Alright.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now?
Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready.
I'm ready.
Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Wait, that's... Oh.
You were doing... It's really hard to catch your, make sure you're changing voices.
No, because I keep forgetting what, like...
Right, which is which. Oh my goodness. Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway?
Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. Wait. Wait. I got this.
I feel like a readjust.
Why did I forget what I did for him already? Holy crap.
He looks like how he sounds.
In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was, it's still Valley Girl. What?
Very Valley Girl.
How do I...
It has to be more nasally, maybe. I don't know how you exactly...
No,
correct
wait.
that, but...
Alright, we'll just have to cut this out while I figure this out. Alright. So it was the nerd voice. I know it was the nerd voice.
Right, it was the very nerdy voice.
What is it? You see, actually, when you go to the moon, you have to do a certain number of things first. You have to... In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. That's still not.
It's still very Valley Girl. I don't know. I think you're stuck in Valley Girl.
I'm just stuck as a Valley Girl now. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies! I don't believe a word of it!
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Yeah. Passport added to the court record.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way!
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Oh. Daddy sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I wait and see what happens or stop him from answering? Might be better not to get involved in this one.
Well, Mr. Butts?
Dude, no way! That cheating she-dog! I'm gonna die! I'm just gonna drop dead! Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this!
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motives is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do?
Have him answer honestly or stop him from answering? I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went.
Order. Well, Mr. Butts?
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Oh no.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
The puns in this game are wonderful.
I'm noticing. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Jeez.
Do you want this one?
Maybe? I'm trying to think of a voice.
Because I'm like really getting the vibes from him.
Okay, go ahead. Take him over.
Oh yes, newspapers, yes.
Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed, ran fright, and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Now, Mr. Wright,
Yes, yes, Your Honor?
you may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor?
Alright, Wright, this is it. The real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying?
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
Well, how do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's stupid face.
Okay.
So remember, press the witness with the minus button or by waving the Wii remote.
What?
Then,
Mia, we're
check
in
your
court.
facts
What are you
again with the
talking
plus
about?
button and point out the contradiction.
Mia, we don't have Wii remotes. This is court.
So to not flail around too much.
So now we can press on things, and we can present evidence if we think there's a contradiction. But you can press to get more information on each statement. And you can go back and forth between them, too.
Okay.
So this is always the thinking man's part of the game.
Yeah, so he said he wasn't able to go inside, but he
Right.
went inside.
Right.
I don't know which one to like press him on. Do I press him on that one or I press him on the other one?
I'd probably press him on this one.
Okay.
Because he said he didn't go inside. And maybe that's not the right one, but I don't know. So, you didn't touch anything in the apartment?
Yes. I mean, no, nothing.
Okay, what happened next?
And then do I press on this or do I
guess so.
present?
You don't get penalized for pressing.
What I'm saying is, like, is what he just said considered evidence? Like, can I present at this one?
They would give you it as evidence if it, like, there's sometimes they'll give you, like, statements as evidence.
Okay, so I have to press
Or you
on
have to
that
use
one.
evidence to contradict it. The phone in your apartment wasn't working,
Yes. I mean, no, it wasn't. Right.
but you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you?
Oh, that. I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call.
And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next?
Or they'll add a testimony, like a statement in if they have to.
Mhm.
But they'll usually put it on screen if they have to. So I imagine there's something with the time.
Yeah, I'm holding up there. I'm trying to see if there's like a time of day for this. I don't think there
At
was.
the very end of the testimony, he says it was 1 o'clock.
Right, that's...
And there's probably an evidence something from the blackout for what time it took place.
So, the thing that I'm seeing here is that he supposedly was using the cordless phone in the entrance, but he went to the nearby park to find the public phone.
Right.
So, that's weird.
Why use a public phone?
Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And being in the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments.
Alright. What time did you call again? We can probably present evidence on this.
What evidence do we have there?
The blackout thing. There's a
Oh.
statement for the court.
I
If you
didn't
push-
read it though.
Oh yeah, if you push plus, it'll show you all the evidence. You can look more
okay.
detailed into it. There he is, holding a Wii remote. If you click them with A, they'll
Hit A.
yeah, you can look at them more.
Electricity was out noon to 6 on the day of the crime. There's nothing wrong about that.
I guess we can press him on how he knew what time it was. 1 p.m. Are you certain?
Yes, absolutely.
Huh. He seems really confident.
1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. How is that strange? The blackout record is noon to 6.
But he wouldn't be able to tell the time.
On the cordless.
The cordless wouldn't have been on because the power was out.
He didn't say how he knew, though.
I guess that's true.
Like, there's no way for me to know, like, how did he check the time? He could have a watch on, for all I know. Like...
But I feel like if he would have used his watch, he would have specified. What about the rest of the stuff you have?
Meaning,
The rest of your evidence.
the autopsy report.
She said it says the time of death was 4 or 5. So how did he see it at 1?
But was it the same day? He didn't say what day he found the body. Did he?
But no, but you should probably present it anyway because it's contradicting the evidence.
Alright, I guess.
You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m.
There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Oh, that? Oh,
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions.
See, the thing is, I didn't know the dates.
Right, but
He could have found the body August 1st, and that would have been fine.
the thing with these cases is try not to think too specific. Sometimes it's hard.
Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
Oh boy.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming through the television.
Well, that's an easy one.
Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about that misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on the taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right, you know what to do.
I got this one.
Yeah, there's a blackout at that time.
It's like, I don't know why nobody in the court is like, excuse me. Are you sure it was a television and not a radio?
Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio.
Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing that television? The witness has testified. He heard the time.
You can go back if you push to the left.
Yeah.
And then, of course.
I think this is where I present the blackout thingy.
Yeah, probably. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
Yeah,
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit?
no, I find it quite puzzling myself, quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sawit? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Here we go.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly.
There was the prosecution had said there wasn't any other object besides the radio. I don't know.
Well, besides the TV, there was no radio. Well, this is obvious. The murder weapon was not a clock.
Wait, I have to probably press first.
The murder weapon.
Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something?
Something's fishy here.
Wait.
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes, Mr. Payne?
as the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Oh, Your Honor. Of course I do.
You do?
I do.
You do.
Absolutely. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hands. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he...
Why is that second one?
You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one that killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face!
Yeah.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, ah! Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you. It was him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn! Give him death.
Order! Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor?
you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely the clock. A fact which is clear if you simply...
Ask the neighbors.
If you just ask the neighbors, they'll
Excuse
know.
me, do you know what the clock sounds like?
Even though they already said that the neighbors weren't home. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court.
Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully.
Beep. I think it's 8:25.
That is certainly a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25. Ah!
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one.
Ah! You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about?
While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all slime.
I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Sawyer.
Mia, I mean Chief.
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder.
This is so anime, my goodness.
Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
Yeah.
No.
Totally. No, I don't know. I guess we're done here. Wait! Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder.
Yeah.
Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ah, tough words. Let's see if you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
Well, it's the only evidence we haven't used.
It's my attorney's badge!
I mean, how would this be any relevance?
It just
Oh, because Paris.
Yes.
What country are they in, anyway?
France? Oh, this is America. It's like this weird fusion between Japan and Los Angeles, but it is Los Angeles.
But I mean, Paris would be more than 3 hours slow.
I think it's LA, I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong.
Because I'm trying to think, like, the time difference would be probably because, like, the passport, she was in somewhere else. But,
Right.
like,
That's basically the jump you're supposed to make.
but the hours, the number is not correct.
Right.
The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time differences between here and Paris is 9 hours.
Oh, those three.
When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It, or should I say, Mr. Did It?
What was that? What was that?
Order! Order, I say! Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client,
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
very well. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty.
Yay! Confetti in the courtroom!
And with that, the court is adjourned.
It follows Japanese law closer, but it's supposed to take place in America. Or some weird, like, combination of America and Japan.
Gotcha.
It turns out that Frank saw it was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawyer let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawyer grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Oh, I still can't believe we won.
Right, good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I have seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. Oh, my life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Wait. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. Oh, but my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind.
Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent.
Oh, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
Does it still have the blood on it? A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry.
Dot. Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
No, but you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friends? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Huh? Well, oh, yeah, right. Yeah. What the heck is she talking about? Not my attorney's badge, I promise. I sadly remember all the answers to this case as we started playing it. I didn't think I would. Well, I mean, remember what he said. He said that he made the statue and she still kept it.
Yeah. Oh, I thought this wasn't the same one.
Well, he said he made 2.
Right.
So she must have still at least... Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? Where'd you get that clock?
Literally, I had it in the court. That's why I thought that couldn't be the answer. I was like, yeah, I've been flashing this thing around the whole time. Like, yo,
just carrying it around.
This is why you won the case.
She's got blood on it. This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, and grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks.
Alright, I get it. You're hitting on me. Jeez. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's great to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Hooray! We did it! We finished the case in like a good length of time for a YouTube video, I think.
Yeah.
Sweet. You can push A. I think there's like art it'll show.
Oh.
I don't know if it's going to immediately switch over. I really hope it doesn't. Maybe don't push A.
Okay, I'm not pushing A.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for watching the first episode of Star Inari Plays Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. It's a really great game and really fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. And we'll probably try to record some more. I don't know how much more, but we'll record more at the very least. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you like Phoenix Wright, if you like us being annoying and talking and making the dumbest voices ever over it, let us know.
Yeah, we were gonna do good voices, then we're like, nah, we should do them completely trash.
I thought about trying, but I was like, we'll have fun with it. So
Yeah.
if you guys are having fun with it, make sure you subscribe or like the video or share it even. I don't know. If you've never played Phoenix Wright before, stick around because we will be hopefully playing a good portion of it. I hope. I don't know how much we're going to get recorded, but yeah, oh gosh.
I didn't hit A.
Oh, we could save.
Oh, I think I hit B.
Oh, that's okay. Okay. Okay, bye. See you next time. Subscribe to become part of Meatball. Bye.